Geoff, my favourite part of the evening, Spooks and Spectres, Geoff Whiting, have you got a ghost story?
Yes. Well, I was playing with a saxophone player later on, 88, 89, and he said to me, I've got a little studio in the garden up at my parents' place, in a shed literally. Yeah, we can record some of the tracks. On the way up there, not until we almost reached the house, I might add, he said, you're in the spare room. I said, just so you know, he said, my parents' house is haunted. Just so you know, so in the spare room, you may notice some things happening because you're here for 2 nights. And if you do, don't worry. Nothing bad will happen to you. I said, right.
If anything, that's going to make me feel worse.
Yeah. He said that. He genuinely said that. So I said, is there anything to look out for? I mean, what do I need to be, what's the score? He said,
do I need a cross? Or?
Yeah, no, this is generally true. And this is 100%. They had a gravel drive because he said about 6 in the morning, most mornings, almost every morning, in fact every morning, but you don't always hear it, but you'll hear horses' hooves on the drive. I said, right. He said, that's the Headless Horseman. I said, are you serious? He said, yeah, I'm serious. He said, Headless Horseman? I said, yeah, I'm absolutely serious. He said, don't look out the window, but if you hear horses' hooves, that's what it is. Every morning, 6 a.m, Headless Horseman. I said, right. He said, just don't look out the window. He said, it's fine. I said, right. And he said, if you come out of the room to go to the bathroom, come out of the room, turn left, branch to the right, at the end of that corridor, frequently there's a Victorian man in a tall top hat. It's a ghost. Victorian man. He doesn't move. He'll stay at the end of the corridor. He won't. But if you go towards the loo, you've got to go towards him. So you don't want to be nervous because you may think he's going to, but he won't come at you. He'll just stay where he is. But just don't worry about it. And I thought, don't worry about it. And then, so anyway, all this happened, by the way. I heard the horse's hooves first morning and heard him on the drive. Clearly there was no horse there. Then had to go to the night the next night. Came out. Turned left, there was a guy at the end of the corridor, top hat, absolutely Victorian, and I thought, I'm looking at a ghost. Went to
You're shitting me.
No, absolutely true. Had the nerve to go up the corridor, turn right, went to the loo, came out. I don't know, I had the nerve to do that. And the last thing he said, you may hear whispering from downstairs. I said, whispering? He said, whispering. I said, in tongues. I said, in tongues? What's tongues? He said, well, it's, this mysterious darkling. There's nobody down there, so don't worry. So again, last night I was there, woke up in the night, went to the loo, having got past got Victorian on the hat, went towards the top of the stairs because I thought, I've got to see if and there was this, it sounded like about 3 people, but you couldn't understand the language. Wow. And I thought, oh my God, this is unbelievable. That made my blood run cold, the whispering, funny enough, because it just sounded like people whispering. He had assured me there's nobody down there, and I thought, and it was a language that couldn't understand. It was weird. And I got back in my room fast, shut the door, and got under the covers. It probably wasn't even a duvet in those days. But so I encountered, a ghost, a headless horseman, and some strange whispering. Yeah.